Hi everyone, it's Tanya here with another Creator Insights video, and today it's an interview with Ozzie, creator of Sunshine. So just to start off, apologies from me because I'm a total idiot. And when we were recording this interview, Ozzy was touring me around her island at a different time of day, but I forgot to hit the capture button. So we don't have that footage. So I've just overlaid this over the original tour video. I hope you still go to the actual tour video because there's like the commentary and the reactions to it. But yeah, I'm really sorry about that. And where she's referenced specific areas, I've tried to insert a clip of that just so you know what she's talking about. So yeah, thanks very much. And I hope you still like this. If you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll have some more videos for you. Cheers.
Hello. Hi, Ozzy.
Hi. Oh my goodness. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so nervous and great. How are you?
Good, good. It's lovely to hear your voice. Okay, so you have such a unique theme to your island. Can you describe it in your own words,
Oh,
and also mention if anything in particular inspired you?
yes. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
we'll just
Oh,
also
yeah.
like wander around
I'll try to
while we
wander.
talk.
I'll
Yeah.
try to shakily use my controller while I try to remember words. Um, well, I would describe my theme, I guess, as like a quaint little forest town.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just sort of living like a sustainable desert island life.
Love it.
And just that I wanted it to be like a little bit more whimsical than real life can be. So a little
Mm-hmm.
forest town with a little bit of whimsy, and I always like to just imagine that like if I lived on a desert island, I would of course force all of my neighbors to recycle, and we'd be very eco-conscious. And
Yeah.
I was inspired when I originally wanted to turn it into a forest, because it originally wasn't quite so foresty. I used to live in a little town in Colorado, a little
Mm-hmm.
tiny little forest town, and I just loved it. It's like there were woods right across from my apartment, and I just loved wandering and going for walks, and so I
That's
kind of
so
wanted
cute.
to have a little bit of that feel
So it was
here.
inspired by real life as well.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah. Real life plus like that amazing Animal Crossing touch, where there can be like glowing mushrooms and flying saucers and all the things that I wish were around.
We need that in real life, don't we?
Yes.
I love that. And so, yeah, I mean, you mentioned your kind of sustainability angle. I love that environmental theme so
Yes.
much. Like we
Thank
need
you.
more eco warriors in life
Yes.
and in game. Um, and so, how did you decide how you could incorporate it into your island? Like, how do you translate activism to
You
game?
know, the a lot of the objects, a lot of the items in the game kind of lent themselves to it, because like right off the bat, I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to use them, but I
Hmm.
loved all the wind turbines and the solar panels, and originally I had just bought a million of them. And was like, I don't have space for these. And then eventually it's like I just started kind of slowly adding them, and then I really like the I think it's the bamboo. Is it like bamboo noodle slide or whatever that little
Yeah.
water collecting thing is? I like all the different things in the game that just kind of seem just kind of eco-friendly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And actually I love the green garbage bins that I put everywhere.
Yeah.
Just because my recycling can in real life is like a green trash can, exactly like that.
Oh, that's
And
perfect.
so I was just kind of playing with like little ways that I could just make it seem like everyone was recycling, and they have a little recycling center, and
Yeah.
just kind of exploring different energy sources.
Well, when you have natural surroundings, it's beautiful. You have to keep it pristine, don't you?
Yes, yes. And I like that too, because I'm like, oh gosh, it's already so beautiful and just so full of nature. Like,
Yeah.
how would you keep it that way?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And so what do you do in real life? Like, is there any connection to this kind
You
of
know,
message or?
in real life, I'm actually a preschool teacher.
Oh, amazing.
um, so I mean, yes, I do try to share that message all the time. So I mean,
Brilliant.
I don't know if it like really, I don't know the word, like directly influences like my theme, but I do, I guess that it
You're teaching.
influences. Yeah,
You're
I was
teaching
like
us.
teaching and just every part of life. Like I like
Yeah.
it messy and colorful and
Yeah.
not perfect, and so it
Amazing.
definitely comes into play there too.
Yeah. And so, and we just, okay, so we just passed by this area. And so I
Yeah.
want to ask about it. This section, I just realized you have windflowers in a wind farm, which I just love that
Yeah.
connection. Um, anyway, it's so iconic. Like, I think it's just incredible. And I love it even more knowing now that it has the bee message underneath it. So, how did you come up with this idea, and how long did it take to write all that down?
Oh, oh goodness. Thank you so much. And actually, the windflowers in the wind field. Someone else pointed that out to me. I wasn't even thinking of that when I did it. Um, it writing the words took a little bit of time. Originally, I was like, should I put dirt under all these flowers?
Hmm.
And then I was like, no, I think a little hidden message would be neat, just like, fun if anybody happens to look at the map.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it didn't take as long as I thought, but it was just kind of a long process of like digging up a section, kind of spacing out the letters.
Hmm.
The letters took up much more space than I was anticipating. And honestly, the hardest part was this K. It was so hard to make like a curvy looking letter. For the longest time, it looked like it said like behind. And I was like, well, this doesn't work. So I'm gonna have to scrap it. But it,
Yeah.
it did work. I just kind of kept playing with it.
Yeah.
And
It's so
it
good.
was,
It looks so good.
thank you. And it was so fun to buy like I think 250 orange windflower seeds from Leaf.
Must have been a grind.
Yeah. I was like, and this of course I added this area after I was like, oh, like probably full on flowers.
Hmm.
And it used to be orchards over here. And then
Oh.
I get a lot of inspiration, like Google imaging, just like real life pictures. And I had just been
Hmm.
looking at wind turbines and flower fields. And I was like,
Hmm.
I have a big giant area
It's
that I
perfect.
think I could do that in.
So, so perfect.
Thank you so much.
I love that. So you've kind of talked about your process here, but just generally, what's your design process? Like, how do you go about it? Do you come up with ideas first and then location, or yeah, what comes first?
I do usually like when I think up just some area that I'd like to have like a greenhouse or like this mushroom farm. Sometimes both ways.
Hmm.
Like this was just kind of a little area that I wanted to turn into something just because I'm a more is more and I want every single
Yeah, yeah.
every single inch of everywhere kind of full. And so like in this instance, it's like I had a little space and I was just trying to think of what to turn it into, and like mushroom farm sounded awesome and very
Hmm.
fitting.
For
And
sure.
then other times I just kind of I have like an idea of something I'd really like to create, and then I go hunt down the space for it, and look for inspiration in a lot of real life pictures, Instagram, and then just kind of think of what items I like to scroll through my DIYs and
Yeah.
look through all the items you can buy, and just kind of decide what would work.
Brilliant.
This,
So it's quite
this,
an organic process.
yeah, I would say it's pretty organic. This flea market, actually, I kind of woke up one day and was like, must make Animal Crossing beach flea market.
It's so perfect because in the game you get such random items, and like
Yes,
you made
yes.
it make so much sense in this little section.
And that's what I was kind of thinking. I'm like, what a fun way to kind of use, things like tricycles and dolls and things that I don't usually have around
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
still want to buy.
And the vinyl and the record player
Yeah.
is like that's kind of the staple of a flea market, isn't it?
Thank you. Yes,
So good, so good.
yes.
And so yeah, I mean, what's your favorite part of your island?
Oh my goodness. Oh, let me run around and be nervous and think. No. Honestly, the windflower field has become one of just my favorite spots.
Yeah,
It's just so bright and colorful. I don't know if I really have like a specific area, but I kind of like just um just the spots that are just full of flowers, which I mean is everywhere, so I can't really pin
yeah.
it down, but just kind of like the pathways. I love every single flower in the game.
Mm,
And just from when I first started playing, I wanted to, I knew I wanted to incorporate all of them.
yeah, yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, just like little areas like this, I love running kind of all over.
It's great.
Um,
And you
yeah.
have such you make such good use of the different flowers. Like I commented in my island tour that, a
Oh,
lot of people will stick to one color scheme or one type of flower. Like I'm definitely guilty. I only use about 3 of the flowers. But
and I
you
love that.
no, but
I think that's
but
beautiful.
but like you really make the most of all the flowers and you make it work so well. So yeah,
Thank
that's just really
you.
impressive.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
of course. What are your favorite items to decorate with?
Oh my goodness. Here we're coming up on two of them right here. The mush log and the mush partition. I would
Yeah,
say
I
are
saw a lot
probably
of
my
it.
my two favorites. And I know the mush partition is sometimes freaks a lot of people out, which I get it.
It's
I feel
just so
like
big.
yeah, it's big and texturally I'm like it is odd, but I just love them. They feel like so just organic
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just
It's otherworldly as well.
yeah, like the mush partition, especially. I'm like, it's just so delightfully strange that I just
Yeah.
want them everywhere.
Yeah. For sure, for sure.
So
I love
all the
that.
mush items, really, I think they kind of add a little bit more whimsy to the kind of forest and
Yeah,
I wish I
yeah.
had more of them. I don't really have room to put them, but I also love the flying saucer. I move it from time to time.
Do you?
Yeah, where
Ah,
it's where it's located, I do kind of move it around periodically.
okay.
So
Because I
that
was
is
gonna
one of my
say,
favorites.
aside from your wooden flower area, the UFO section is one of my favorites because
Thank
you've
you.
I just think it's amazing how you've managed to incorporate it into your aesthetic because it's
Thank-
quite a specific look of an item,
yeah,
and it ties in with your kind of whimsical hippie vibe on the island.
thank you. That means so much to me. I wanted my island to have a whimsical hippie vibe, so thank you so much.
Brilliant.
The other item I really love to decorate with is just kind of all of the bug models.
Mm.
They are my favorite. I love the butterflies and the snails.
Yeah.
Um,
It adds some life to things, doesn't it?
yeah.
Wonderful. And then onto your house. I think your room designs are so unique. Like
Oh,
you
thank
have
you.
just very, very specific design concepts in each of them. And
Thank
so,
you.
yeah, like which is your favorite room, and how did you come up with that concept?
Oh my goodness. I just redid my upstairs bedroom, and that is fast becoming one of my favorites. And
It's so moody.
if I wasn't such a slow in-game typer, I was going to say that. is it Katie.acnh on Instagram.
Mhm.
I had saw a picture of one of her rooms with that forest floor,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my goodness, I want a magical fairy bedroom so much.
Ah, I love that because actually when I
Um,
got in there, I had a similar feeling because I toured her just before yours. And
yes,
yeah, it has that kind of magical lost in the woods feeling.
yeah, I really loved that, and I was like, oof, if my bedroom could be like that in real life, I would be so excited. And I changed my bedroom probably the most. But I
Hmm.
would say my favorite room is probably just that main room. That chic wallpaper is one of my favorites, and I
It's
was
very
just
cute.
trying to give it like a kind of 70s vibe, and I fit as many objects as I possibly could into it. It actually looks quite a bit how I decorate my own house, which is like if there's still space on the wall, I haven't hung up enough things.
Amazing, amazing. I love that.
um, so yeah, I would say the main room's my favorite. My bedroom is fast becoming my favorite.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I definitely got that 70s vibe you mentioned.
Oh, thank you.
It's very groovy.
Thank you. I
Okay.
love that.
And yeah, do you have any advice for people who are kind of stuck in a design or they can't come up with a theme
Um,
or, an
um,
idea?
I do actually. Yes, I do. I would say just never feel, don't feel pressured to design in any way other than exactly what you want. Like just design for you. Um, like what you like doesn't have to be the same as like what seems like it's popular
Mm-hmm.
or anything. And just have fun with it. And if you feel like you're getting really stressed and you can't think of it, just put the switch down or move to a different area. But really, I think just like design for yourself, and like if you can run around your island and feel so happy, then it'll be good. And to um like I design a lot of areas that are hot messes when I first start. So to like be patient and and don't expect everything to look perfectly or anything the first time you do it, because there's been a lot of spots that I've like reworked them a million times and
Yeah,
torn them
yeah.
down and just done it again. And if you're stuck, like there's just so much amazing inspiration out there, like other creators, and you can turn that into to what that means for your island, or even just like real life pictures. I look at a lot of real life photos for
Yeah.
inspiration too.
Yeah, I think that's such good advice and
Oh,
like
thank
taking
you.
a step back and looking at different types of inspiration and redoing sections as
Yeah.
well. I think yeah, I mean it's such a
Yes.
part of the process, isn't it?
Yeah, and I feel like that's one of the really fun parts of the game. This my I call this my botanical garden. But
I love that.
this has been so many different things. I can't even count. It's like it used to be a peach orchard, and then it's where I used to grow all my hybrids, and then one day I was just kind of like, oh, I'd really like it to be kind of more of like a viewing garden. And it just
Mm,
kind of came to me one day. So I mean, always let stuff sit with you and kind of marinate and just think about what would make you the happiest.
amazing. I love that. Okay, just to end,
Oh, okay.
some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Okay, favorite villager?
Oh my goodness, Coco.
Same, obviously.
I love her. I could stare at her all day. I get distracted and I like follow her around for a day. I feel
I know. I just stalk her all the time.
yeah, basically. I'm like, sorry about it.
Brilliant. Uh, favorite time of day to play?
Right now, kind of that golden hour
Mm,
time.
yeah, it's so
I love
photogenic.
it. Yes, it's beautiful.
When you're not decorating, what's your favorite thing to do?
Well, right now it's swimming.
Swimming's so good, isn't it?
It's swimming and diving. Oh my gosh, that's such a lovely addition to the gameplay. But before that, honestly, I would just run around. Just run around and just run all over and pick things up and talk to villagers and
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay, and then best non-playable character.
best non-playable character, like a special character.
So like Blathy, Celeste,
Oh,
Sahara.
oh, that sweet little baby Celeste. I wish she could live on the island. I'd pick her.
She's so cute, isn't she?
She's the cutest. I wish she like could just move here and live with Blathers. Just be in the game all the time.
I love it. Okay. And maybe one last thing. What do you want to do next on your island?
Oh my goodness. I want to just keep changing. I like some areas that I love to leave the same, but some kind of I just rotate them out just kind of with my mood or what I feel like would make me happy. So I
Yeah.
want to just keep changing out those little spots.
Yeah.
Because designing is my favorite part of the game. So
Yeah. No, I hear that. I hear
so
that.
just keep doing that.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. It was
Oh no.
such a pleasure hearing more about your process and hearing
Thank
your voice
you.
and
Thank you.
all your
That was
ideas.
wonderful.
Yeah, yeah, I enjoyed this so much and I can't wait to see what you come up with next.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm so floored and flattered and and so nervous. Thank you so much, Tanya.
No, you've done brilliantly. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. It was
Thank
yeah.
you. Oh, and have a
Wonderful.
wonderful. Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. Well, have a great rest of your day, and
You
yeah,
too.
we'll chat on Instagram.
Oh yes, I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Okay. See you.
Bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye.